Right then, over there is enjoyyyyyyyyy long barrow, otherwise known as Hetty Pegler's Tump. And hoping we're going to get it all to ourselves, but I'm not convinced. So yeah, we should be there in a minute. So this bit of land here is right on the edge of some escarpment or other. I don't know if you can see through the trees. Not very well. But putting on my amateur archaeologist historian head, which I always have on, because I've only got one head. What's going on inside it, that's the problem. Anyway, I can't help thinking that they built these things on, like in this place, on the edge of these hills, deliberately. So there's a nice entrance there, and you can see that you can go around it and up and over it. And you can go in it, which you will do in a minute. But first things first. This is the view from the top and over in the distance. Looks to be a lot of water. And I've parked over there somewhere. So there we go. Right, for the going in it, I brought my head torch, and I think you've got to crawl in there, so that's what we shall do any minute. Okay, we're going in. The filming might be a bit dodgy. Will be a bit dodgy because I've got to crawling. Actually flat on my flat against the ground. Right. Oh, look at that frog. Hello, Mr. Frog. Anyway, Mr. Frog, we will not be bothering you much, hopefully. So this is the first chamber to the left. Not sure what that is in there, but anyway, there you go. Mr. Frog is still there. Hello, Mr. Frog. Right, then we have another chamber here. And at the far end, we've got the far end. So it's quite damp in here. Can't quite see my breath. This here, I would guess, is a closed off chamber because there's one on that side, and I would say that that's actually been closed off or built that way. So this is Hetty Pegler's Tump. That doorway there, which I'm about to go out of again, is really not very high at all. Probably about 2 feet high. And if you're 6 foot tall like me, then the only way is down. Flat. Now, once upon a time, I used to be younger than I am now, and I used to find this stuff a lot easier. Oh, I'm not sure what that is there. Oh, it's an apple. Oh. So there you go, that is Hetty Pegler's Tump. Oh. So I'm going to go for a walk around it. And I'm also going to be looking for suitable places to stick the hammock up. Because once upon a time, again, back when I was younger, I used to come and visit places like this. Much like today, because we're in the car. I'd come and visit and then think to myself, wouldn't it be nice to be able to stop here for a bit longer and, you know, really kind of take the atmosphere in. And then started going cycling, camping, and that's exactly what you can do. One thing, by the time you get somewhere like this, which is about 70 miles away, you're fairly tired, and you really want to set up camp. And in that kind of, that induces a certain state of mind, at least it does in me. And that state of mind is conducive to soaking up the atmosphere, because you're kind of tired and your energy levels have dropped, and your brain kind of sinks into the environment, because your brain, obviously, like all the other parts of your body, is probably lacking a little bit of energy. So it's nice. And what I'm looking for here now is somewhere to hang the hammock. Now obviously I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, look, you're blind, there's loads of trees everywhere. But the thing is that you kind of ideally want a bit of flat ground underneath you to stop things rolling away. And also you want a bit of clear space between the trees that you hang your hammock on. So we've got a bit of flat ground here, but if you look at it, it's quite brambly. So that's not ideal. Plus there's a trackway there, which is probably a people trackway, but quite possibly an animal trackway as well. So that's not ideal. And I'm hoping over here might be a bit better. Everything's coming to life again at the moment, which is fantastic. Lets me shake off those winter blues. A massive bee that was there. Because life is very cyclic. Wheels within wheels and all of that. And one of those wheels is the year. And obviously the bigger wheel is life itself for each individual, and an even bigger wheel is all of life. It's all circular, I think. Now, this could be campable with a little bit of work. That down there, I think the problem is down there, in that it's not very flat underneath you, so you need a flat area to put your cooker on and put your water on. You know, you don't want things falling over. This area here could be usable, at least for one person. I don't know about two. You could probably squeeze two in here at a push. But it'd probably cross that track. But that's okay. Sometimes, if you're not stopping too long. And that looks better. A little bit. So I'm not convinced, really. This isn't like ideal. But you know, once you're in that hammock, it doesn't really matter too much. Now this little scrap of woodland here. Looks like it's got a load of rubbish in it. So we've got that thing there. We've got that thing there. And we've got rubbish there. So it's doable. But again, you don't really want to be spending your time next to stuff like that. Just horrible. And incidentally, I always clear up properly after myself. Always take a rubbish bag. This is a bit dense here. A bit like me, you might say. And you need a good 6 paces. So 6 paces between trees, and then you can hang your hammock up properly. And you also need space to get the tarpaulin up, because if it's snagging on trees and bushes, then that's not very good really. And that lot there, you might get away with it a little bit at a push, but again, not ideal. So, I expect somewhere around here we could get the hammocks up, but I don't think at the moment I found the correct spot. And it would require some further investigation. So you might get one up there, in between that tree and that tree. Don't know though. Maybe not. There's more woodland over there, which could be investigated. A bit close to the road though. And there's some bloke pulling his trousers down. Ugh. And then there's my half a car. It's a car with the back end chopped off. So there you go, Yuli, long barrow, aka Hetty Pegler's at Tump. And I've driven all the way on the cycle route. Got a lovely mushroom. And various leaves. Kind of slowly but surely getting into plant identification for the purposes of foraging. Mushrooms are pretty much a no-no because they are deadly poisonous, a lot of them. Don't care about the hallucinogenic part of it so much. I do care about dying. So, yeah, they're a no-no, but dandelions, for example, you can eat them. Nettles make, at this time of year anyway, while they're young, make a surprisingly pleasant cup of tea. Obviously not normal tea, but they do taste, it does taste a cup of nettle tea. Quite nice, apparently full of vitamin C as well, which I could probably do with at the moment. Brambles are just a pain in the arse. But I do like blackberries. And here we are, Hetty Pegler's Tump. Big fat fly on it.